Welcome to our presentation on our application, the Daily Insights. In this video, we will be discussing our application and its features. We will also be talking about the Scrum development process in which we use. I will also introduce you to the team members and their roles. We will also be talking about the testing and quality assurance techniques we use, as well as pending issues, features still to be developed, and issues that we've faced and lessons we've learned. Here are our team members involved in the project. We have James Booth as the Scrum Master and Developer, Luke Harper as a Product Owner and Developer, Seatua Ili as a Developer, and Ron Tulongamaka as a Developer. Here we have a short demonstration showcasing the functionality and the features of our application. What we wanted to do was provide the user with an insightful quote for their day and give them the ability to combine that quote with a wallpaper of their choosing. Users are also able to favorite a quote so they can come back to the quote that they enjoyed later on. In the Settings tabs, you are able to select quotes based on their category. There are also instructions to help the user navigate their way through the program. As you can see, we've selected the favorites quote, and there's the quote that was favorited earlier on. The app also has added Facebook connectivity. Here we have our project burndown chart. This is one of the Scrum elements that we use, and as you can see, from week 1 to week 8, we consistently developed our application, but at the end of the project, we found that there was some functionality that was difficult to implement, so it still needs to be developed in Sprint 3. These are the Scrum elements in which our group used. These included artifacts, roles, and time boxes. Over here we have our project Facebook group where we used to document communication. We used product backlogs, sprint backlogs, burndown chart. Each member in our group had a role such as the Scrum Master or a developer. We also broke the implementation of our project down into 2 sprints. We had regular scheduled meetings, and we documented all communication. We found Scrum was an effective process for collaborative software development projects and have enjoyed having a structured process to follow, which is seen as an industry standard. These are some of the quality assurance techniques that we use. We use maintainability, consistency, reliability, and efficiency. We achieved this through deleting repetitive code and obsolete code. We also had functional acceptance and units tests to maintain reliability and a bug-free software. We also used consistent software and hardware when it came to development to keep the code consistent. We also used well-structured and formatted code. It was extremely important to use informative commenting because as it was the first time that we had collaboratively programmed together with other people, we needed to know exactly what the code they had written was doing. Here we have our online Git repository. We used GitHub to collaboratively code. What we would do is we would take a section of code that we had implemented that day and upload it to GitHub where we could all see and have a description of what the developer had done that day. We also used Google Drive to store all our documentation throughout the project. These included communication logs, our product backlog, our sprint backlogs, and objectives that we wanted for our project. Some pending issues and features still to be developed include allowing the user to share a quote that they like to Facebook, notifying the user of their daily quote at a specified time, further unit testing, and the completion and implementation of the database for more flexible quote storage. Some of the issues that we faced were time management, a loss of a member to medical emergency and then further withdrawal from the project, team members not performing assigned tasks, leadership issues, and hardware and software issues. What we learned though was that you cannot control your external environment, that time estimation is difficult with certain tasks, and that time needs to be scheduled for unforeseen difficulties. Thank you for listening to this presentation.